Welcome to Woodstock Wednesdays. We're all the way from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We're from that cold place up north. Try not to feel unkind towards us because all the cold weather comes from there. But we are doing our best. It came from Alaska. We're just passing it through. It's not our fault, please. All of that snow, it's just not our fault. Anyway, we're here, and we're just kind of bringing a little bit of Canada down towards you, since the hockey season is so miserable. So this is a song that came from, there's three things that inspired this song. Three totally separate things. One was, I have a friend named Hélène Chouanier-Shields, who is the kind of friend that comes and starts tidying your kitchen when she shows up. Now, my kitchen always needs tidying, and so it's well appreciated. But she called me up and she said, Connie, can you write a song about house cleaning? Nobody ever writes about house cleaning. The endless jobs that we do. And I applaud her for thinking that I could write about something I know so little about and spend as little time as possible doing. But I said, yes, I will do my best, Hélène. So there was that the first step. The second part of the trifecta was that a friend of mine was told after 20 years and 3 kids that she had not contributed enough to their marriage. So it was over. Yeah, I know, #wanna-go/his tires. But there you go. But that was number 2. That was number 2. And the third thing, the one thing that just pushed it right over into a song was I think it was on the internet. I don't know if it was on the internet or in a magazine or something. I think it was an ad for pension funds or something. And the line was, what does your life add up to? I thought, I'll tell you what my life adds up to. 1,000 meals, 1,000 dishes, how many birthday cakes, 1,000 hugs, 1,000 kisses, 1,000 small mistakes, 1,000 wiping down the tables, pushing in the chairs, 1,000 baskets barely carried, heavy up the stairs, God knows how many washes and folds, and picking ups and tucking ins and colds, not the things that make you money or a household name, not the kind of things that get you ahead in the game. They are the everyday moments, the ones that scatter. They're the ones that matter. You can do it, 1,000 don't do that, 1,000 take your boots off and don't forget your hats, 1,000 picking ups and dropping offs and cheering when they play, 1,000 getting home from works, getting groceries on the way, God knows how many Legos and blocks, and playing catch and matching up socks, not the things that make you money or a household name, not the kind of things that get you ahead in the game. They are the everyday moments, the ones that scatter. They're the ones that matter. All the late night weary times, bleary wiping tears from your eyes, all the early morning alarms with their annoying ring, all the moments that you watch them smile and you realize that you love them more than any song could ever sing, not the things that make you money or a household name, not the kind of things that get you ahead in the game. They are the everyday moments, the ones that scatter, and they're the ones that matter. Thank you. That was Everyday Moments, and it's the title song of our album that we launched in March. Now, talk about being psychic or something like that, that I would launch an album called Everyday Moments in the middle of a pandemic when all we have is everyday moments. That's all we're doing is we're stuck in an everyday moment. And all of the people, you may be wondering where my band comes from. Well, this is Paul Campagne, producer of my albums and co-producer of my children, one of which is here. Yes, I am one of the few people in Canada that can say they gave birth to their backup band. They're all here. We're all part of the same family, so that's why we can play together, which is great. This is we're of course, you know, we're just one of the things that I've been doing, of course, is playing live stream like this, which is kind of like being on Star Trek. We just get to beam up into Woodstock. There you are, listening to us and connecting up with a bit of our audience here at the same time, exchanging recipes, that sort of thing, you know, bread things and, you know, hockey scores. I don't know, little knitting. No, it wouldn't be knitting, and it definitely won't be housekeeping. I can just let you know there are no household hints on my website whatsoever. That would be like fake news. That's the kind of thing that would be going on my website. But I do have a Prairie Cookbook. You see, I started gathering. I'm from the prairies. I'm from that large flat place before Banff, place that makes Minot look hip, right? Just north of Minot there. We have a farm at the corner of No and Where in southern Saskatchewan. And we have a farm fest there every year. You can come. It's called, well, it wasn't last year, and it might not be next year, but hang on to your trailers because it could be happening. Place, you can just look it up. Farm Fest Terre Ferme. There'll be French. It could be very continental in the middle of the corner of No and Where, basically in southern Saskatchewan, which is Paul's family farm. You know, I grew up in Saskatchewan, and my mother trained me I know how to make casseroles and feed 50 people. Basically, my mother grew up cooking for threshing crews when she was a child, and now I find myself using those same skills, and I thought I was so hip and cool, but no, roots show. So this next song is from those roots, from Saskatchewan, because I got together a whole bunch of the songs that I wrote about the prairies, because I mean, I make jokes, but I do love it, and they're the only roots I have, and it's, you know, it's the kind of place where hot enough for you is considered a conversation. So talk about social distancing, miles. There's miles between people, and that's when they feel the safest, and it's, you know, it's the land of the casserole and the, you know, Nanaimo bars and pierogies and kubasa. And if you could fit a Nanaimo bar into a pierogi, you'd have the two main food groups of the prairies covered right there. And if you don't know what those are, look them up. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. But this song is from my home province of Saskatchewan. It's very easy to draw and very hard to spell. And my hometown is Regina, which is, I know, not the name you want to say very quickly because you'll think we all come from there, but no, Regina, Saskatchewan. And this song is not about Regina. No. I mean, the rhyme possibilities alone will eliminate that from my set, just right there. When I was younger, maybe, but no, not anymore. And there was a contest you could vote for a place in your home province that you thought deserved a song. And on the list, when I was looking at it, was Love Saskatchewan. I thought, yeah, that's perfect. Now, Love Saskatchewan is the perfect metaphor for love because you can't find it on the map. It's on the way to Prince Albert, somewhere in the middle there. And it's a sign that says no services. And that pretty well describes most romantic relationships right there. But, of course, Regina has more people, and they didn't get that. I mean, after nothing can be fine, it's downhill all the way. So they won this contest. Somebody had to write a song about that place. I love Regina. It's my hometown, but really. So I was so disappointed that Love didn't win because it didn't have very many people voting for it because there aren't many people there. Let's just put it. It's like way up. You can look it up. And I just made my own contest, and Love won. It was the only entrant, and I thought it deserved it, so it got its own song. And I haven't really done many songs. I've never really mentioned Love Saskatchewan much in my shows in the past. Climax Saskatchewan got a lot of airtime, though. You know, come on. It's also border crossing. You can cross the border at the point of climax. And what's the sign you see as you're leaving Climax, Saskatchewan? Thank you, come again. That's an old prairie joke. And as someone once pointed out, yeah, Climax, you have to go through Conquest and Big Beaver to get there. A lot of lonely nights with none but a map in southern Saskatchewan. Have you ever been in love, Saskatchewan? It's a little town somewhere out there along the tree line. And if you go too fast, you might drive on past. But if you find yourself in love, you can take it as a sign. I think farm women named for love, Saskatchewan. They said, name it for us instead of some old leaders dead and gone. 'Cause we work so many hours, we grow our own flowers. And when times are tough, love's all that keeps you hanging on. So when you're headed into love, don't expect a 4-lane highway. It's off the beaten track, I'm sure you'll find your way. Blue or starry skies above, the lucky and the shy say. When you are in love, that is a place you wanna stay. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. Some night you might be headed back to love, Saskatchewan, or a heart with many pages you have yet to read. Life can be a lonesome alley out there past Rose Valley, and half your heart is some follow and the rest is gone to see. So when you're headed into love, don't expect a 4-lane highway. It's off the beaten track, I'm sure you'll find your way. Blue or starry skies above, the lucky and the shy say. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. Midnight can be kinda dark in love, Saskatchewan, except when the northern lights shine on all you need to see. You can't leave that city glare, there's nothing for you there. And every little light's a welcome when love's where you wanna be. So when you're headed into love, don't expect a 4-lane highway. It's off the beaten track, I'm sure you'll find your way. Blue or starry skies above, the lucky and the shy say. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. When you are in love, that is the place you wanna stay. Thank you. That's Alexis Campagne on the mando back there. We're going to make a little switch to the traditional prairie instrument, which is the piano. We're going to add the last member of our family here, Gabrielle in the back. And we want to say thanks for inviting us to Woodstock Wednesday. We're going to end with a song that has been in my repertoire for many years. It's a song I never tire of singing. It's about a little river in southern Saskatchewan, but you can think of any place that's near and dear to your heart. It's not the big river. It's not roaring, ripping, snorting to anywhere. It just kind of comes out of the Wood Mountain Hills and ends up in Old Wives Lake. But it's the home of pelicans and chokecherries on the banks, and it's a local parking spot for the Gravelburg, Assiniboia area. And it's, I don't know, this song always, I've been thinking a lot about this song when I think about all what we're going through and what everybody's facing these days. And somehow this, I just keep coming back to this song. Oh, won't you come with me where the Wood River flows? We'll watch it meander slowly as the sky turns from red to dark. And as that sun goes down, we'll throw our arms around each other and tell the dreams that are deep in the heart. 'Cause the heart is bigger than trouble, and the heart is bigger than doubt. But the heart sometimes needs a little help to figure that out. So won't you come with me? The Wood River flows, little Wood River knows that it goes to nowhere, but doesn't stop it going. Or them willows growing, or all of the lovers showing their hearts to each other there. Because the heart is bigger than trouble, and the heart is bigger than doubt. But the heart sometimes needs a little help to figure that out. Because the heart is bigger than trouble, and the heart is bigger than doubt. But the heart sometimes needs a little help to figure that out. So won't you come with me where the Wood River flows, little Wood River knows. Thanks to my family, Paul Campagne, Gabrielle Campagne, who's been behind the cameras, Alexis Campagne on fiddle and mandolin. Please check out their music as well. We'll have the links at the end of the show. Thanks a lot for inviting us to Woodstock.